Life can be overwhelming at times. We face challenges, obstacles, and enemies that threaten to crush our spirits. In those moments, where do we turn? Psalm 86 gives us a powerful answer. We turn to God. This psalm is a heartfelt plea from David, a man who knew his share of struggles. He begins by laying his soul bare before God. Hear me, Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy. It's a bold admission of vulnerability, a recognition that he can't face his trials alone. But David doesn't wallow in despair. Instead, he reminds himself of who God is. You, Lord, are forgiving and good, abounding in love to all who call to you. He declares God's incomparability, his greatness, his marvelous deeds. This is the God to whom David cries out. And cry out he does. With urgency and fervency, David pleads for God's attention, for his mercy, for his strength. Hear my prayer, Lord. Listen to my cry for mercy. When I'm in distress, I call to you because you answer me. It's a powerful reminder for us. No matter how dire our circumstances, no matter how fierce our foes, we have a God who hears us when we call. He is not distant or indifferent to our struggles. He is close, compassionate, and ready to help. But David doesn't just ask for deliverance. He also asks for guidance and transformation. Teach me your way, Lord, that I may rely on your faithfulness. Give me an undivided heart, that I may fear your name. He recognizes that his strength is not just for survival, but for living a life that honors God. This is the heart of the psalm, a recognition of our desperate need for God, not just in crisis, but in every moment. We need his love, his wisdom, his strength, and he freely gives it to all who call on him. The psalm ends with a beautiful affirmation of trust. Even as enemies surround him, even as he faces the threat of death, David declares, "But you, Lord, are a compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness." He asks for a sign of God's goodness, a testimony to his faithfulness, and that's the promise for us as well. When we call out to God, he will answer. He will show his goodness, his love, his saving power. He will be our refuge and our strength, our ever-present help in trouble. So whatever you're facing today, know that you are not alone. Your God hears you. He sees you. And he is ready to help you, to guide you, to deliver you. Call out to him with the confidence of David, knowing that the Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. Let this psalm be your prayer today. Cry out to God in your distress, praise him for his faithfulness, and trust in his unfailing love. For he is the God who hears, the God who saves, the God who abounds in steadfast love for all who call on his name.